if I had told you before the season started that the Super Bowl would be between the Patriots and the Seahawks, you'd probably laugh at my face. Crisis born.
Glorify him. Welcome to Dynamite Duo Sports, a podcast where we break down the NFL's top storylines with the facts, including the fact that Sam Darnold is the first quarterback from the 2018 draft class to make it to the Super Bowl. By the way, this draft class included Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, and Lamar Jackson. I'm Giuseppe.
I'm Antonios.
And today we're going to be breaking down what was the NFC and AFC Championships, which led to the Patriots versus the Seahawks in the Super Bowl.
Yep. And I just want to say, all the games were one-score games, so nothing felt like it was out of anybody's reach. So
yeah, a little embarrassing for the Patriots, in my opinion, but anyway.
Yep. I don't think it's embarrassing. Not too embarrassing.
Trevor Lawrence did better against that defense. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, but again, there's some teams that do better against some teams than others. So, yeah.
All right, let's just get to the games. So the first game, obviously, the Patriots defeat the Broncos 10-7.
I will say, though, I've never been more excited for a 10-7 game in a really long time, though, because it was snowing, and there were a lot of missed field goals, so teams were moving down the field and missing some scores. So it's not like as if like teams weren't driving the ball as much as some people thought they were. Both teams were going into scoring positions in the game. They just missed a lot of field goals due to the weather, or really big field goals. So,
yeah. But just a fun stat for the Patriots for the playoffs. They have scored like 18 points per game, basically. That's basically the lowest since 1979 when the Rams did, apparently. And like they scored less than like the Ravens had to in the playoffs when they had the 2000 defense and the 85 Bears. So yeah, let's just say that that the Patriots defense has looked really great against very inferior competition. But
well, again, nobody has gone against those kind of defenses in every game too in the playoffs.
Yeah, but they were just so lucky to have played against either a quarterback who had no O-line or a bad quarterback who had no O-line or a backup quarterback.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying that, like, realistically, the defenses they played against were the three of the top five in the NFL.
That's why it's called a team sport. It's not just one side of the football that's going to win or lose the game.
Exactly. And Drake May did what he had to in each game. There was one drive in each game which he did that he had to do. He had to do something, and he did it. Like, the really cool thing is, the one thing I liked about Drake May, which I found out watching one of Brandon Perna's videos, go check it out, is that last play where he got that first down to basically end the game, that was his call. A quarterback that makes his own calls is a quarterback in the future that's going to do well. A lot of quarterbacks nowadays don't know how to make their own calls, and Drake May did, and they won the game because of it. So that's a positive. I'm not.
No, here's the thing. You guys thought that Tom Brady had easy paths to the Super Bowl because he played in a weak division. I want you to look at what this Patriots team just did.
Oh, I know, but I'm just
not impressive. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. You're just upset they went to Super Bowl for the Cowboys with Dak Prescott.
Impressive at all.
No, you are just butthurt that they've
Dak
done all
had
this
that
for
defense
Dak.
and got to play against the teams they played against, they would definitely be in the Super Bowl.
No. Now, if Dak was on the Patriots, yes, he'd be in the Super Bowl.
Probably was put up more points too.
No, would not. Would not. Absolutely not. Dak does not do well when he doesn't have an O-line. So you don't know what you're talking about. He does not do well when he has a bad O-line. Look what happened to the Cardinals when his O-line collapsed. That's what happens when Dak has a bad O-line. So that's the problem.
Still score more points.
It doesn't matter. I'm saying that he didn't play that well, though. Drake May made key plays when he had to. And quarterbacks I like are quarterbacks that make the key plays when it matters. Now, again, you're going against the Seahawks. You're playing it's going to be a whole nother different scenario.
You could have won that game with the Army quarterback that played this year.
No. Again, just butthurt. That's what you are. Just butthurt.
The only time they scored a touchdown was when they were at the 9-yard line because of a stupid backwards pass.
No, I get it, but I'm just saying though, Seppi, that the Patriots they play against some of the top defenses, and Drake May got sacked 5 times in each game.
Okay, you know what?
And he still made key plays.
They didn't play against the top. They played against the top defense, yes, but the more important thing is that they played against. They had horrible quarterback play on the other side every single game they had.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying that there's still, you have to give credit to that Drake May has done what he had to do with what he was given to him.
He's made one play.
The most important play of the game he made. Has Dak done that in the playoffs? No.
He's never been given that opportunity.
Against the 49ers when he ran and slid too late.
That play is
completely different.
What
happened when Dak
Drake May had to come from behind in the playoffs.
He hasn't been given the opportunity to. And they were behind.
But they were gifted that game. They were gifted the Texans game. They were gifted the Chargers game. They were gifted that. They have not won any of these games. The other team lost them.
Yeah, and the Patriots won them. And the Patriots defense is super underrated, which I've been trying to say.
I think now they're overrated.
No, they're not.
Way overrated.
No, they're not.
They are absolutely overrated now.
They broke through the Broncos offensive line, who's one of the best offensive line this year. You, of all people, has said that the Broncos offensive line was the best offensive line this year, and they broke through that. That's called an underrated defense. That's what that was.
That was in the snow where the offensive lineman can't get firm footing.
That is one fear of the Seahawks Patriots Super Bowl is that it could end up being a low-scoring game. I still would think the Seahawks would probably top them, but it could end up being a low-scoring Super Bowl. If they could break through Broncos' offensive line, they could break through theirs as well. So again, the Patriots being Seahawks, I'll just say right now, is highly unlikely. Highly unlikely, because Seahawks are just dominating right now. So I don't see that happening, but I'm still going to give credit's due from a team that went 4-13 to 14-3 and going to the Super Bowl. No matter how easy it was, that's still an impressive turnaround. It is an impressive turnaround.
Easiest schedule in the league.
No,
and in the playoffs.
Butthurt!
Easiest schedule in the regular season. Easiest schedule in the playoffs. Y'all aren't doing anything.
You lost to the Eagles this year. You lost to the Giants this year. You lost to the Cardinals this year. You had some pretty easy teams you should have beaten. You didn't.
And what did our defense do in those games? If we had the Patriots defense against those, then we would look pretty good.
Nope. If Drake May had, you could vice versa. Drake May had George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. Match how good he'd be doing. Drake May put up a ton of passing yards with only a veteran Stephon Diggs and a bunch of nobody wide receivers. Yeah.
I'm not comparing the quarterbacks. I'm just saying that
you're criticizing Drake May.
Forget the Cowboys once in your life, buddy.
You're criticizing Drake May, though.
Because he didn't play well.
He did what he had to. Against really tough defenses, he made very critical plays when they mattered. Against the Chargers, fourth quarter, we get a touchdown, it's going to be end the game. What do? He drove downfield and got a touchdown. Against the Texans, the best defense in the NFL. He needed a touchdown fourth quarter to end the game. He went down the field and scored a touchdown. Against the Broncos, on that third down, they needed first down to win. 3rd and 6. He decides to make his own call, which is what makes Hall of Famer quarterbacks, and he took the ball himself and got the first down. That's called a good quarterback and who has a bad offensive line right now and is making key plays. It's ugly wins, but if there's anything you can say about their offense, it's Drake May. If there's anybody who's actually doing something or trying to do something, it's Drake May. And
he's the only person that's doing anything, but
they are playing against the Broncos because the past couple games he fumbled a lot. He's learned in this game he was tucking the ball, which is good, and they're playing safe offense, and their defense was making key stops. It's just, and again, nobody thought the Patriots were going to do this well this year.
If Bo Nix was in the game, they would have won.
No, they probably would have. I'm not even going to deny that either.
So therefore,
but what I'm saying is that the Patriots made the Super Bowl and it's supposed to be a rebuild year, and all they're going to do next season is just add to their team and make their team stronger.
Or they'll be the Washington Commanders from last season.
Well, they're a bunch of young players, not a bunch of old players that get hurt. There's a difference in these teams. There's a difference. The Patriots have younger players, and then the Commanders with older team dealing with injuries. So there's a difference in those scenarios.
I'm just saying we can't just assume they're going to get better just because we thought the Commanders got better in the offseason.
Well, again, I don't think Patriots can make the Super Bowl again next year, but I'm saying that they're probably going to make the playoffs again. I believe that. So I think the Patriots have done what nobody thought they could. Nobody thought they could. And even before the season started, when we looked at their schedule, even you were saying they would go 8-9.
Yeah,
but if it's an easy, but it was supposedly an easy schedule, why don't you say they would win more games?
Well, Drake May play better this year.
Drake May played well last year. It's called he came in later, and at that point they're already out of the playoffs, so they were like, might as well just lose these games, get a better draft pick. But honestly, the first round pick, the guy isn't playing so hot. Campbell, he is not playing too hot right now. That's for sure.
The thing is that he's an undersized left tackle. He's not very big.
He's undersized, but also his arms are small, so he can't really get those really fast guys on the line.
Yeah,
so
honestly,
that's his problem.
That might have been a bad pick. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll end up seeing, but But also, it's after he got injured. When he came back, he wasn't playing so hot either, too. So that's another thing. But on the Broncos side, why did they not kick that field goal?
Yeah, and that's another reason the Patriots are lucky, because Sean Payton was stupid.
Yeah, Sean Payton took a really big risk, and they should have gone for the field goal.
Okay, can I just say this? NFL, please get rid of the analytics community.
It's so dumb.
It's the dumbest thing that's come into football. It's made the game softer. It's made the game too finesse.
Look,
and
if I was a head coach and I said, "What's the analytics say?" They said, "Go for it." I'm like, "Nope, punt it or kick it." I don't care what the analytics say. I make my own choices with my own guts.
Okay. Guess what?
I trust the human mind over robot
mind. Here's my
mind.
analysis. Patriots are gaining 1 yard per play. And we're up 7-0. And if we kick field, we're up by 2 scores. So yeah, we should probably. And guess what? They might have won the football game if they had done that.
No, because it would have gone overtime. So who knows what would have happened? And as Brand Perner said, it might have gone to double, maybe triple overtime.
Because nobody's going to be able to make
well, okay. Here's the real. Okay,
touchdown.
I'm going to say this real quick about the Patriots. So in the second.
Well, actually, you know what? Well, would have made a kick if it wasn't tipped.
In the second half. In the second half,
they had one drive.
But Borregales also they missed the field goal and they went down the field too.
Yeah,
the Patriots went down the field 3 times in the second half. One was the missed field goal, or maybe 2 times. One was the missed field goal, and then no, sorry, there was 3 times. One field goal they made, and then the last one was on the last drive when Drake made that run. They were almost in field goal range. So realistically, if it was tied, they would be going for field goal.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, they were around the midfield at that point, and they had like 2 whole minutes. So they could have possibly. They were moving the ball more in the second half, Seppi. They only had they didn't even have like 50. They only had like 50 yards in the first half, and then they had like 150 yards in the second half. So again, the Patriots did start moving the ball more in the second half. They just missed some field goals because the weather was bad. So I don't think the Patriots were necessarily awful on offense second half. I think it was just because of the storm. Because of the storm, it interrupted. The consistency they were making before the storm happened. They were moving downfield before the storm happened. And when the storm happened, nobody was moving.
They had one. Okay, here's what happened.
They had one drive, then the storm came.
They had one drive that they ran the ball well, and then they got stopped because they couldn't throw the football. And then when the storm happened, they got lucky with one throw that I don't even think Drake May could even see his guy when he threw it to him because it was snowing.
That was spot on. There's no way he didn't see him when it was spot on, that pass to Hollins. That was a spot-on pass. He saw him. Cut it out. The Patriots, Seppi, in the second half, were playing better offensively, and then the storm came and it made it harder to play in the storm because obviously when it's snowing like that, you don't want to throw the ball. So the Broncos knew they're probably going to run the ball a lot. And on third downs, they'll try throwing it. And the Broncos defense is one of the best defenses. So in a snow game, it's really hard to tell if the Patriots offense actually could have clicked because they looked like they were starting to get some consistency in the offense, and the storm came. That's true. It's very true when you look at that. Think about it that way. I was thinking about that last night. I was like, wait, the storm came. They were starting to click in the second half. Then the storm came. Then just nobody was moving the ball because they knew on both sides they were going to try running the ball. And if Stidham was throwing the ball, that'd be a bad choice against Gonzalez, like we threw the interception in the snow.
No, that was. I think the wide receiver probably should have stopped earlier.
The receiver again. So. When you have a backup quarterback, wide receivers need to understand that sometimes you have to pay more attention to the quarterback because he's not going to throw amazing passes all the time. So sometimes you have to make up for the.
I don't even know. Did he even complete a pass in the second half? I don't know if he did.
I don't know. All I know is that in the second half they only had like 10 total yards, or something like that. It was not good.
It wasn't good.
The Patriots defense shut them down in the second half. So that's the thing about the Patriots made the right adjustment in the second half. It's just the storm came. That's what happened. So I
still don't. No.
If
the Patriots win the Super Bowl, they'll be the worst team to ever win the Super Bowl, probably.
If they beat the Seahawks, Giuseppe, that's impressive.
If they win,
cut it
the only
out.
way they'll win is if Sam Darnold reverts back to Jet Sam Darnold against the Patriots.
Out. If they could beat the Seahawks, they were not frauds. If they get crushed by Seahawks, they're frauds. If they put up a good fight, they were not frauds this year. Because the Seahawks have dominated a lot of games. And Sam Darnold has overcome that the pressure. He's now calm in the pressure. Because no turnovers against the Rams. But we'll talk about it in just a second. Against the 49ers, he just played clean football. Didn't have to do much because, 49ers offense couldn't do anything because they're so hurt. So, yeah, the Seahawks are playing really well. And Sam Darnold has finally overcome pressure and overcome playoff pressure. So now, like we said in the last video, now I trust Sam Darnold over Dak because he overcame the pressure in the playoffs. So, but again, They probably would have. I mean, do you want to go into the Rams Seahawks game now? Just kind of move into it.
Yes, but basically, takeaways for me for the game: Broncos were the better team. Patriots got lucky.
No, we're not moving on from that. Absolutely not. Whoa.
That is exactly what happened.
That is not what happened. No. What happened was, the Patriots started clicking in the second half, and then the storm came. So it's not necessarily that Broncos were the better team. It's just that it was a brutal game with the Patriots getting on top of the end.
Scoring 3 points in the second half is clicking. Yeah.
That drive, they were moving downfield. They milked the clock. They got the field
Guess
goal.
What?
And then
Tom
the storm
Brady
came.
Has played in worse weather, and he scored 5 touchdowns in 1 quarter.
You think Drake May is Tom Brady?
Definitely not.
Yeah.
After that.
Who's saying that?
Patriots fans?
Well, Patriots fans are dumb about that. I mean, and no, a lot of Patriots fans are not saying that's Tom Brady.
Yeah, they are.
I know Patriots fans.
They're like, he reminds me of Tom Brady. Quote, you.
Here, I said the way he throws the ball is like Tom Brady. Same form. That doesn't mean he is Tom Brady. Same passing form. Don't twist my words, buddy. Don't twist my words.
You said he reminds me of Tom Brady.
His passing, the way he passed the ball reminds me of Tom Brady passes the ball is what I said. Quote me right. Cite me right.
Nope, you did say you reminds me of Tom Brady.
This passing form is just like Tom Brady's. You can go back and watch the videos where I talked about it.
I'm just saying.
You go back and watch
Patriots,
the videos to proof.
Just don't get your hopes up. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't think their hopes are that high, Seppi. I know so many Patriots fans. Their hopes are not high. They're very happy of what they've done this year because no one thought it would happen. You know one Patriots fan you're talking about. You're only talking about one Patriots fan you know. No, name them. Not online people. People you personally know.
I'm not talking to people.
The media is not the way to trust what people actually think. The media is a lie, okay? Media is a lie about how people actually think, okay? So that's my ultimate takeaways. If Bo Nix was in the game, there's a very good chance they probably would have won, but we don't actually know. And the Patriots, in the end, won the game.
It's almost guaranteed.
I don't think it's almost guaranteed. I think there's a pretty good shot they would have won. But so that's just my take from that. But in the Seahawks-Rams game, ultimately, the first thing I will say is Rams, that punter needs to go.
Punt returner.
Punt returner. Not kicker. Returner needs to go.
I think they've already I think they already decided he's gone because they replaced him with
if
Kyron
he
Williams.
did not, because Seahawks scored touchdowns.
He dropped both of his punts.
Yeah. And again, it's like the Seahawks only scored 1 touchdown in the second half when it involved them starting back in their own territory. But even back in their own territory was like the 40-something, I'm pretty sure, when they scored. So again, the Rams probably would have won that game.
Hold on.
If he didn't fumble that.
So you're going to make excuses for the Rams losing, but not the Broncos?
No.
That is exactly what I was saying.
No,
they got lucky.
No. The Seahawks, because you don't know the Seahawks would have played tougher football because they were playing more safe when you watch them because they had a decent lead. They're playing more safe offense.
Sam Darnold had like 350 passing yards.
No, and I'm saying after that touchdown, they were handing the ball off a lot. He was doing play actions.
Working.
See, the one thing I like about the Seahawks in that game last night, which is the reason why they're so successful in the passing game, was play action. Nobody does play action anymore. Peyton Manning was saying that play action is the best thing to do, especially because they were handing the ball off so much with Kenneth Walker that the play was perfect for that situation.
The thing about play action, for it to actually work, you had to actually have a threat in the running game. So
yeah, but Kenneth Walker was doing really well.
Yeah, no, that's my point.
Yeah.
The reason why they kept running the football is because it was working. It wasn't because they're being conservative, it's because it was working. So
running the ball is a conservative strategy if it works. It's still considered conservative, even if it's successful.
It's not. It's not. Because the Rams were still scoring after that. The Seahawks just kept going. The Seahawks kept scoring.
Yes, but it's because they were playing the run game and then they would do play actions.
Wait, what? Hold on.
What? Like the Seahawks, what they did was they would do a lot of handoffs and then they would do the play actions.
Yes.
Which is a smart strategy.
Yeah, it's smart. It's not necessarily conservative. It's just called the defense is falling for it. So,
well, playing the same thing over and over again is being conservative. Because conservative means you're doing the exact same thing.
It just means it means the Rams defense just didn't adjust.
Oh, I know the Rams defense completely let down yesterday. That was just sad. I mean, it's just like they couldn't get to the court. Whenever they got Sam Darnold, he got sacked. But like 90% of the time, they weren't getting to him.
Yeah.
And this game also showed why Kenneth Walker, honestly, why they should let go of Charbonnet. No offense, Charbonnet. He's a good runner back. I think
he's a good, relief running back.
He's a relief running back. Kenneth Walker, he can handle it on his own.
Yeah, Kenneth
you watch
Walker
the game, he can
is
handle
it. If they let him go in free agency, I think his contract's up.
His contract is up, so they need to re-sign him, and they need to let go
Or
Charbonnet.
just let him go somewhere else. I'll take him.
No. You have way too much hope in Jerry Jones to sign certain people.
Well, no, I'm just saying, if I was playing GM for a lot of NFL teams, I would do.
When you signed the Jets player, what's his name?
Who?
Jets player, the defensive tackle. Or
Quinn
Williams. It's like he hasn't been playing super hot recently. He did improve your defensive line.
He did,
but it's not going to be enough. Like you do need to get like the Miami player, one of the defensive ends.
Both.
You could get both. You could with how many first round picks you have, unless you trade him away. But yeah.
Anyway, okay, we're getting off track.
Yeah, we're getting off track. But then on the Rams side, it's like offensively, they never were like awful.
They kept moving the ball.
So, and on that last play, if Puka had gone out of bounds, I had a very weird feeling that if Matthew Stafford threw a Hail Mary there with Puka and Devontae all in the same area, Puka might have pulled that ball down. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because if there's any kind of wide receiver that probably would catch a Hail Mary and keep it, it's probably Puka. Because he's got like the best hands. So it would have been very intense Hail Mary, last second Hail Mary, which would have happened. But the Seahawks ultimately did play better in that game, in my opinion. The Rams did. The Rams made mistakes specifically on the special teams. They made too many mistakes. And when you make mistakes in the playoffs, you lose.
Yep.
That's what happens to everybody. You make mistakes, you lose. If both teams make mistakes, then that's just a toss-up. When one team's make mistakes over the other, you're going to lose. Seahawks made no mistakes. None.
Yep.
And there were a couple stops the Rams defense made, but it wasn't like Seahawks were making any mistakes. So that's what I like about Mike McDonald though. He's not an analytic guy. He's not like if it says to go for it. No, he punts it, he kicks a field goal. He takes what he can. And that's what Mike Vrabel does too. So two head coaches going to the Super Bowl are two coaches that don't give a hoot about what the analytics say.
Both the Mikes won this week.
Yeah, instead of the Sean's, the Mikes won.
See, Michael's a much better name than Sean. That's what we've learned.
Even though technically we both probably like Sean McVay the most, probably as head coach.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I mean, I will say though about Sean McVay, though, he was pumped on the sideline. Matthew Stafford already says he's come back next year, and honestly, he probably should because with how good they were this year, and they made a lot of mistakes towards the end of the season. That if they can not make those mistakes next year, they could probably go pretty far. So yeah, and if 49ers could stay healthy next year, the Seahawks will have more of a challenge in their division.
I mean, the division was already challenging as it is.
Yeah, but it was. I'm saying it was challenging without healthy 49ers. I'm saying it's going to be more challenging.
Well, the 49ers... But
it's a big if. It's a big if for the 49ers. Because, I mean, the owner did come out and say, we're going down a little rabbit hole real quick. He did say he is going to investigate on that electrical field by their practice area. So maybe they'll move where they practice.
Well, no, the stadium's right there, too.
Oh, well, maybe find a way to...
Oh, wow, that's where the Super Bowl's being played. Bad Bunny was bad enough.
Don't get hurt, JSN. The Seahawks need you. Because...
Let's just say, don't practice anywhere near the stadium.
Yes.
If the 49ers offer their practice facility to you, don't. They're your enemy.
Oh, the 49ers they're not gonna offer the Seahawks. They may offer the Patriots.
No. They would offer it to them because they know it's bad.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Don't take it.
But yeah, I mean,
practice
ultimately,
in Los Angeles.
Both games were intense one-score games in different ways. One was a defensive winter storm type game. Mm-hmm. Then one was an offensive tight score game. And so both games were exciting, in my opinion. Now, the Seahawks-Rams game was better by far because I prefer the higher scoring game intense games versus the low score intense games. Because normally low score games are boring, but this one wasn't for me. Just because it was snowing. If it wasn't snowing, it would be boring.
The thing about snow games is it's fun to watch people make mistakes.
Snow. In the snow, it's a whole nother story. So, but there's gonna be no snow in the Super Bowl, that's for sure. It will be in San Francisco. If it snowed in San Francisco, I would be completely shocked. But yeah, so I mean, both these conference championship games were great. I enjoyed them all. Wasn't upset about how the outcomes happened. Because again, I loved when I was younger, I thought the Seahawks were a really cool team. I loved their jerseys were cool. Marshawn Lynch, Legion of Boom. They were just such a tough team. You know what I mean? Like just a
Yeah.
tough built team.
Yeah.
So like I always like the Seahawks. I just like the roster the Rams had, which is why I would prefer Rams over. I did pick Seahawks to win though, so I was right. I picked Seahawks to win. I picked Patriots to win, but realistically, I was going for the Rams. But I knew I picked Seahawks to win. So, but
Yeah.
but we'll have a video out next week though to talk about the Super Bowl, so we won't go into that right now.
I think we're
but
good. You want to go live, right?
We might go live. We'll think about that. If we go live, we'll probably post announcing it.
So. We'll think about it. But like once I have my schedule for next week, then we'll go probably pick an evening before the Super Bowl, probably after NFL honors. But
yeah.
But anyway, let us know what you think down in the comments below. I guess you can tell us your pick for the Super Bowl now. I guess you can tell us again later. I guess, but it doesn't matter. We'll have a few shorts out this week. There won't be another long form video out this week just because there's no predictions, unless you want us to predict who's going to win the Pro Bowl.
Or maybe we can just something. Who knows?
I don't know.
Something crazy happens. Someone gets hired by the Bills, and it's like a really weird choice or something. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll do it like if all coaches are hired before the Super Bowl. Maybe we'll do a video about that. So, we shall see. So yeah, next week we'll have an award show of our own, like what we would do, like some weird, wacky awards.
That is true.
So.
Well, not even that. Maybe we should make our own awards of who we think deserves each position, and then we'll see how accurate we were.
No, because we've already done that.
That's true.
I think we should have our own award show.
That'd be.
I'll go out to the dollar store, get some fake trophies, all that good stuff, and then they can let us know if they want them. So.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Anyway.
Buddy.
So, let us know what you think down in the comments below. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel and share the video with friends and family who love football. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X for notifications and shorts. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Giuseppe.
I'm Antonios.
And this has been Dynamite Duo Sports.
He doesn't have a pen, but I do. If I go right over the camera, Patriots win. If I don't, Seahawks win.
What?
I don't want Patriots winning realistically. So
okay, here. How about
See ya.
this? If I land this on top of the camera,
you don't want the Patriots to win though. So yeah.
Okay, no. This isn't for the Patriots. I'm just gonna see if I can do it.
Okay.
See ya. Oh, that was not too.
That was a little rough, but okay. Okay. Good try, Dak.
Bye.